We do car wrecks. Let's have a conversation.
Now, your no-wait 41 NBC Accuweather Forecast.
Good morning, Middle Georgia. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm meteorologist Aaron Lowry in the Accuweather Forecast Center. Skies are clear for us for right now here in Macon. 41 Sky View is, of course, presented by the Piedmont Macon Medical Center. 81 degrees outside, so already nice and hot with a heat index of 82. We've got a 10-mile-per-hour wind currently coming in out of the southwest. All around the rest of the region, no 90s as of yet. Just a handful of those low 80s, couple upper 70s left for sight. 77 is a cool spot right now compared to yesterday. Wind, not a whole lot going on, maybe a little bit breezier than what we were seeing yesterday. In your full forecast, we'll talk more about the summer heat.
This is 41 Today on 41 NBC.
Good morning and welcome to 41 Today. I'm Chase Ambrose. Happy Tuesday to you. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office is investigating a commercial armed robbery that took place just after 2 o'clock this morning at the CVS located at 1271 Gray Highway. It was reported that a male subject seen here wearing all black with a mask on entered the store, pulled out a gun and demanded money from the clerk. After getting an undisclosed amount of cash, he fled the store on foot. No one was injured during the incident. It's been nearly 5 years since Uri Martin died after being tased by 3 Washington County deputies. Members of his family gathered Monday to remember him on what would have been his 63rd birthday. 41 NBC's Ariel Schiller spoke with his family to find out who he was and about their goal of getting justice.
A lot can happen in 5 years, but for Uri Martin's family, a lot hasn't happened to get justice for his untimely death. On what would have been his 63rd birthday, his sister Barbara Evans and other family members came together Monday afternoon to remember Martin.
He was a kind person and could do anything for anybody. He would do it.
Uri was walking from Milledgeville to Sandersville on a hot summer day in 2017 when he stopped to ask for water. A resident in the area called 911 to report a suspicious person asking for water. Former Washington County deputies Henry Copeland, Michael Howell, and Rhett Scott responded to that call and now face multiple charges in the tasing death of Martin. Uri's brother-in-law Jerry Gilbert Jr. says not having Uri around for his birthday is difficult. Gilbert says he wants justice for Uri. For him, that would be in the form of a guilty verdict.
They didn't do their job, what they supposed to have did. And in that case, they supposed to get him CPR. They didn't give him that. They just stood around with the arm fold, and that was it.
Uri's son Joseph says while he wasn't close with his dad, it's important to advocate for him until justice is served.
My dad, he walked a long journey, and I think that he need justice for his name.
Leonard Jordan is the field lieutenant for the New Order National Human Rights Organization. He's helped advocate for Uri's family for several years and continues to fight for them.
They murdered that man, and if that wouldn't have transpired, if they would have let that man just went on about his business, he'd have been here today to celebrate his 63rd birthday.
In Washington County, Ariel Schiller, 41 NBC News.
Following a mistrial in October for the 3 deputies charged in Martin's death, the Washington County District Attorney says he referred the case to the State Attorney General's office in November. We reached out to the State Attorney General's office. The office declined an interview but said the case continues to be a top priority and that it's working to find a prosecutor for the case. We continue to follow major breaking news this morning about a potential end of the landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade decision. Politico released what it says is a leaked draft opinion from the Supreme Court. The document suggests at least 5 justices side with Mississippi in its case challenging the abortion ruling. NBC's Bree Jackson's in Washington with the latest.
The leaked draft opinion released by Politico indicates the Supreme Court is poised to overturn Roe v. Wade. The document, reportedly authored by Justice Samuel Alito, states the inescapable conclusion is that the right to abortion is not deeply rooted in the nation's history and traditions. While it is not the final word from justices, it is raising concerns.
As of today, it remains our constitutional right, but we also have to be clear that it is hanging on by a literal thread. And what this decision, this leaked draft means is that our deepest fears are coming true.
Susan B. Anthony List, an advocacy group that supports ending abortion, released a statement saying, "The American people have the right to act through their elected officials to debate and enact law that protects unborn children and honor women." Overturning the landmark decision would allow states to outright ban abortions. Abortion is oppression! Protesters from both sides are gathering outside the Supreme Court.
This is something that affects me so personally and hurts so much to know that might be ripped away from me.
The unborn are human, and we've been killing them en masse to the tune of millions.
Both Democrats and Republicans criticized the leak.
This is very, very serious. It is an unprecedented breach of the court's confidentiality, and it is plainly meant to corrupt the process within the court.
A spokesperson says the court has no comment. In Washington, Bree Jackson for NBC News.
Back here in Georgia, early voting is underway. 41 NBC's Elizabeth Gutierrez has more on what to keep in mind when voting this year.
Voting locations across Middle Georgia, like the one right here at Central Georgia Technical College, are seeing few people turn out to vote.
We kind of didn't know what to prepare for this first election in 2022. With the primary going on, with the governors on the ballot.
That's why the Houston County Board of Elections prepared by adding more machines and people. Andy Holland, election registration assistant for Houston County, says they also opened a new voting location at the North Houston Sports Complex.
We're hoping that will alleviate some of the turnout that comes to the pavilion and kind of even it out a little bit and help reduce wait times at that location.
Holland says if you plan on voting, there are sample ballots to help guide you in the process. In Macon-Bibb County, there are only 2 locations open for early voting. One is the Board of Elections on Pionono Avenue. The other is at the Elaine Lucas Senior Center.
You can go to either location to vote. Just make sure you bring your ID with you. That's the most important thing. Also would help, we have sample ballots. There are things on the ballot besides the races. Each party asks questions every year.
Chairman for the Macon-Bibb Board of Elections, Mike Kaplan, says the turnout has been low so far. He is expecting for it to pick up in the next few days, though. Travis Riggs has been early voting since he was 21. He says it's more important than ever before to vote.
I think it's very necessary to vote early if you can, because your vote might not get counted or you might not be able to vote on the actual voting day because it's going to be a lot of people.
Early voting is taking place until May 20th. In Houston County, Elizabeth Gutierrez, 41 NBC News.
Well, things are quickly heating up outside. Are we going to be seeing any potential relief later this afternoon in the form of some storms? We'll tell you what's coming after the break.
For weather updates on the go, download the 41 NBC Accuweather app and follow 41 NBC on Facebook and Twitter. Meteorologist Aaron Lowry, weekday mornings at 6 and 11.
Hey, I'm Nevada Crosby.
And I'm McKenna Crosby, Nevada's daughter.
After 24 awesome years, we're moving on to bigger and better things.
That's right. We moved on to a bigger and better location.
With over 5 times more floor space, we now offer a lot more of the great selections you've come to expect from Crosby's. If you need something unique, let us special order it for you.
Conveniently located in Warner Robins on Watson Boulevard behind Cookout.
Check us out on Facebook and visit us online at crosbysfurnitureandmattress.com. And remember, at Crosby's Furniture, it's a family tradition.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you have or are eligible for Medicaid, please listen closely. You may be eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare with a 0 or low plan premium. Call now. We can answer your questions and help you enroll over the phone. WellCare provides access to essential benefits that go beyond original Medicare, such as dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage with free home delivery. Plus, extra benefits like free over-the-counter healthcare items, free transportation, free gym membership, and home-delivered meals. Get more access to care with WellCare's telehealth services, including online doctor visits and a 24-hour nurse advice line. WellCare is contracted with Medicare to provide plans that may be perfect for you. Call 1-844-983-0126 now. That's 1-844-983-0126.
Okay, fine, I'll bite. What's your story?
I've never felt at home anywhere. The first time that I felt homesick was when I left you on that porch.
This Is Us, the final chapter. Tonight, 9/8 Central on NBC.
I'm hearing real improvement in your speech.
Hank. This beautiful breakthrough where your language comes flooding back, it can happen any moment.
You got it.
This is 41 Today on 41 NBC.
Amazon employees at a Staten Island, New York facility voted against unionization after workers at another location in the same area decided to join a union in April. The National Labor Relations Board said 62% of workers who cast valid ballots voted not to form a union. Labor researchers have said if enough facilities unionize, it could push Amazon to alter policies related to pay, benefits, and working conditions. Well, some Twitter executives say the $44 billion deal to be bought by Elon Musk means it risks losing advertisers and employees who may be concerned about the company's future. Bloomberg reports Twitter has paused hiring and app updates while the acquisition is pending, which could still fall apart. Well, Facebook is pulling out of podcasts and plans to remove them altogether starting June 3rd. Facebook will stop letting people add podcasts this week. That's according to a note sent to partners. It will discontinue both the short-form audio product Soundbites and remove its central audio hub as well. And Google will provide any U.S. business over $100,000 worth of online courses in data analytics, design, and other tech skills for their workers free of charge. Over 70,000 people in the U.S. and 205,000 globally have earned at least one Google certificate, and 75% got a benefit such as a new job or higher pay within 6 months. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your Tech Report.
Now, your 41 NBC Accuweather Forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Well, as you can see, of course, it's plenty of sun outside. However, there are a couple more clouds in Dublin than what we were seeing in Macon. Very, very thin clouds right now, 82 degrees out there with a heat index of 83. We've got a 5-mile-per-hour wind currently coming in out of the west-southwest. You can definitely see, cloud streaks going on over there in Alabama today. Looks like we got just a couple thin clouds here in the Peach State. Not much going on in the region right now, middle Georgia. Just a couple of thin clouds like you saw on our Dublin camera. That is it at this time. By the way, the cloud streaks that we saw in Alabama, yeah, that's a sign of a slightly unstable atmosphere. They actually could be seeing a little bit of severe weather over in northern Mississippi and northwest Alabama. Not expecting any of that here, however. This cold front will not reach us. Therefore, yes, we do still have a couple of chances for rain, but nothing that's organized and nothing that's going to help to drop our temperatures. That heat is going to roll on into tomorrow, and I mean, it's hot out there, folks. It's highs in the low 90s around the region today. Warm spots are Montezuma and Vienna at 91. The cool spots, Perry and Forsyth at 88, though something tells me Perry a little bit higher than just 88 for today. I mentioned northern Alabama and Mississippi for those possible severe chances. Nothing for us here in middle Georgia today, and that's because, again, these are just pop-up isolated thunderstorms that we could see later on in the afternoon, which would be nice to see some of those because they help to cool things off just a bit by a few degrees. You can see that our McRae there, 77 degrees. After potentially seeing some storms, does get cooler. Now, this doesn't mean that, only off to the southeast where rain's going to be. No, we could get a few pop-up isolated showers and storms anywhere in the region today. In fact, we had one in Macon yesterday. We'll have partly cloudy skies overnight tonight and then leading up into tomorrow morning. It'll be another mild start with low to mid 60s around the region yet again. Rinse and repeat in the afternoon. More of us are probably going to be in the low 90s tomorrow, but again, still a couple of those isolated shower and storm chances late without any possibility for severe weather. The overnight lows for tonight are on the mild side, if it's not warm. I mean, you probably don't need a sweater out the door for this. And then tomorrow's highs, 93 in Dublin. It's going to be our hot spot. Basically everywhere is going to be into those low 90s. And then, of course, as we move beyond that, well, meant to skip this, but okay, a couple pop-up storms tomorrow afternoon. Let's go ahead and move into your 7-day forecast.
At Volume Chevrolet, get oil changes for life, plus a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Visit Volume Chevrolet, I-75 exit 187 in Forsyth. That's volumechevrolet.com.
Technology. Your 41 Nbc Accuweather 7-day forecast brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. I want to show you the cold front that's coming through on Friday, okay? It's going to cool things down nicely as we head into Mother's Day weekend. Only the European model calling for rain right now on Saturday. So that's why I got that 30%. We'll see if that ends up holding. But best chance for rain this week will be Friday with that cold front coming in. And unfortunately, there might be a bit of severe weather with that.
They're brought to